This next story is about the special bond between a father and son. Duke Ellis, a Central Heights High School graduate, recently made his MLB debut for the Chicago White Sox. Ahead of Father's Day on Sunday, our Dan Malay shows us how the Ellis name is back on the lineup card.
Nobody understands what it takes to get to the big leagues like a big leaguer. That's where Duke Ellis had a bit of an advantage in his baseball development. His dad, Robert Ellis, has spent the last few years as Bullard's head baseball coach. Next year, he's moving to center, but before all that, he was an MLB pitcher for 4 different teams. In all of Robert's years spent between the bigs and the minor leagues, Duke was never far behind.
Grew up in a locker room, it was a young age, growing up, and some years I was in the big leagues, some years I was in the minor leagues, but he was always around the game, shagging fly balls, and we just, we really they just grew up in the game.
Despite growing up in the game, baseball was never forced on Duke. Of course, it was always an option for him, but it was something he naturally gravitated toward.
That kind of mindset kind of helped me grow the passion that I had. It wasn't like we have to go do this, we have to go do that. It was like, we have the privilege, to go take fly balls on a big league field or, hear guys talk, and it was never forced upon.
Duke's big league journey has just begun. He was only called up by the White Sox in early June, so he's still getting his feet under him. Again, that's where it helps to have a former MLB player for a dad. Robert's been helping him try and take that next step to become a major league regular by helping Duke focus on the biggest strength of his game, his base running ability.
And so I think that's bled over into him with, paying attention to guys who are really good at it, and he obviously can take advantage for guys who are not good at it.
Now trying to make a name for himself in the bigs, Duke has a lot of things he wants to say to his dad, but the most important thing, thank you.
Just give me one more step, one more step, one more step, one more step. And to have him, carry me along and be there for me it's awesome.
In Tyler, Dan Malay, CBS 19.